Hi everyone, Natasha with Anyone Can Travel. We recently finished a series about destinations to visit in southern France. But now that you know what to see in that area, you may be wondering how much it costs. So today we're going to talk about how much a trip to Nice and the surrounding areas costs and 5 tips to save money. In total, we spent $775 for two for 5 days in the French Riviera. We also visited Verdun Gorge and Moustiers Village, which technically aren't in the Riviera, but it was definitely worth it. Our number one tip for visiting is to visit during off-season. We visited during October this time, and it was one of the main reasons that we could keep costs so low. It's also a great way to avoid crowds because it can be a very popular area. We've been to Nice twice, once in May and once in October, and in both months, the average temperature is 68 degrees. Our visit during October felt a little bit warmer, but I'm sure it varies from year to year. We swam in the ocean during both May and October. The water is definitely a little cold, but I'm from California, so I'm used to the colder water. The French Riviera is known for its very mild winters with very little rain, and the temperature really ranges from mild to very warm, so no matter when you'll visit, you will have a great time. We spent $320 on 5 nights of accommodation, 3 nights in Nice, 1 night in Valençol, and 1 night in Cassis. Our second tip is to use Airbnb for accommodation. We love using Airbnb since it really does make traveling much more affordable. We usually stay in entire homes when we rent with Airbnb, but we did book a private room this time, and we actually had a great time. We made some new friends, and it was a really great experience. I've included the links to the Airbnbs that we stayed at in the description if you want to check them out. I will add the bed in the Airbnb in Nice was not super comfortable. It was very affordable though and a great location for what we needed, so it was worth it for us, but just keep that in mind. You may find another Airbnb that's just as affordable with maybe a more comfortable bed. By traveling during off-season, you will definitely save the most in accommodation since that varies depending on demand. We spent $247 on transportation. Our second tip is if you're on a budget, don't rent a car, just use public transportation. We spent $50 for 2 people on public transportation over 2 days and $195 for a rental car, gas, tolls, and parking for 2 days. We did rent a car just because there were some places that we wanted to see that you really had to have a car for, but there's plenty to see around Nice that you can take the buses or trams. Within Nice, public transportation is super affordable. It's 15 euros for a week pass, or 10 euros for a book of 10 tickets, or $150 per ride on the bus or tram. You can get all around Nice to Aix and even Monaco on the bus. On the train, you can get places like Monaco for 8 euros or Menton for 17 euros. This may sound crazy, but we only spent $23 on activities. The only activity we paid for was a paddleboat rental at the Verdun Gorge National Park. Our fourth tip is to take advantage of the free outdoor activities you can do. With incredible cities and beaches, we didn't feel the need to pay for any museums or tours. There's plenty of outdoor activities and things to see by walking. If you weren't going to rent a car like we did, you could move some of that budget to activities like the Matisse Museum in Nice or the Exotic Garden in Monaco. We spent $180 on food for 2 people over 5 days. We were definitely budget eaters this week. I don't think we sat in a sit-down restaurant one day. We either took food to go or ate street food like doner kebabs, pizza, arancini, burgers and fries, and sandwiches. We brought some snacks from home to keep us fueled while hiking and exploring, and we also picked up pastries, water, and soda from the Lidl grocery store right by our Airbnb. Tip number 5 is to pack a picnic lunch from the grocery store and take it to the beach or hiking with you, and you'll save money from eating out as much. I hope this helps you while planning your trip to Nice and the French Riviera. Check out our other videos if you'd like to see some of what we did during our 5-day trip. As always, don't forget to like to let me know you enjoyed this video. Thanks, see you next time.